Kevin Costner was born on January 18, 1955, in Lynwood, California, into a working-class family that valued hard work and quiet perseverance. His father, Bill, labored long hours repairing power lines, and his mother, Sharon, devoted herself to social work, balancing care for others with raising a family. 2 years before Kevin was born, his parents suffered the loss of a newborn son, an event that cast a subtle shadow over the household and taught Kevin early about the fragility and preciousness of life. Love in his family was steady yet careful, and the young Kevin absorbed lessons about endurance, patience, and carrying one's responsibilities even when circumstances were difficult. These formative experiences shaped a resilience that would define both his personal life and professional career, giving him a quiet strength that became a hallmark of his presence on screen. Growing up, always moving, always adapting, Kevin's childhood was marked by frequent moves across California as his family sought stability, teaching him adaptability and the ability to thrive despite change. Shy and observant, he often remained in the background at school, learning to watch, listen, and imagine stories instead of immediately sharing them. While many children formed lasting friendships, Kevin became comfortable with temporary connections, finding solace in small communities like his church choir, where his voice could shine, even briefly. These years instilled a sense of patience and the understanding that meaningful connections take effort and persistence, a perspective that later informed both his approach to acting and his relationships. By the time he graduated high school, he had already learned the value of quiet endurance and the importance of showing up even when recognition was scarce, choosing the uncertain path over comfort. After college, Kevin initially followed a conventional path, earning a degree in marketing and finance, taking a steady office job, and marrying his college sweetheart, Cindy Silva. On the surface, life was stable, but internally, he felt restless and unfulfilled. A pivotal conversation with actor Richard Burton during his honeymoon encouraged him to pursue acting, igniting a courage he had been holding back for years. Kevin made the bold decision to leave the predictability of corporate life for the uncertainty of Hollywood, embracing a path where success was far from guaranteed but deeply aligned with his true passions. Rejection, poverty, and the long wait for belief. Hollywood did not reward Kevin's bravery immediately. He supported himself through odd jobs, cleaning boats, driving trucks, and leading tours of celebrity homes, while attending auditions that often ended in rejection or silence. Early roles, like his scenes in The Big Chill, sometimes never reached audiences, testing his patience and resolve. Yet Kevin endured, drawing on lessons from his childhood about starting over and persevering quietly. He learned that persistence mattered more than immediate recognition, and that dedication to craft and self-belief could sustain him through periods of uncertainty. His ability to continue despite setbacks laid the foundation for the longevity and depth of his career. The door finally opens with persistence. Kevin's breakthrough came in 1985 with Silverado, where his steady, understated intensity captured attention and opened doors in Hollywood. The Untouchables followed, further establishing him as an actor capable of conveying authenticity and inner strength. Recognition brought relief but also new expectations, and Kevin navigated the pressures with the same quiet determination that had defined his early years. He began to understand that success was not just about visibility, but about maintaining integrity and continuing to grow as both an actor and a storyteller. Becoming a symbol of hope on screen, the late 1980s elevated Kevin to cultural prominence. Films like Bull Durham and Field of Dreams allowed him to embody hope, redemption, and belief, resonating deeply with audiences. His performances captured the imagination of viewers, reflecting a human and approachable heroism rather than flashy celebrity. Kevin's desire to tell meaningful stories became central to his work, and his passion for authenticity in both roles and narratives guided the trajectory of his career. Audiences recognized in him a figure who conveyed the power of quiet determination and heartfelt connection, defying Hollywood with Dances with Wolves. In 1990, Kevin took his greatest creative risk with Dances with Wolves, directing and starring in a Western that incorporated the Lakota language and challenged conventional Hollywood expectations. The production was complex and demanding, but Kevin's commitment to integrity and honest storytelling paid off, earning 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director. The film demonstrated that artistic vision and dedication could transform the industry and that patience, courage, and faith in one's instincts could yield extraordinary results. This period reinforced his reputation as a filmmaker and actor willing to take meaningful risks for stories that mattered. When success turns into new challenges, with prominence came heightened scrutiny. Projects like Waterworld and The Postman received mixed reception, teaching Kevin that even ambitious efforts are sometimes met with criticism, and that perseverance is a continual practice, not a destination. He responded with grace and continued to pursue work that aligned with his values, demonstrating resilience and dedication to his craft. Kevin's approach to challenges was defined by patience, learning, and the refusal to be deterred by public perception, emphasizing that lasting success comes from commitment rather than applause. Reinvention. Through Yellowstone and New Purpose. Later in life, Kevin found renewed vigor with the television series Yellowstone, where he portrayed John Dutton, a character defined by resilience, loyalty, and moral complexity. The role resonated widely, introducing Kevin to a new generation and affirming the enduring appeal of his grounded and human approach to storytelling. Building on this momentum, he pursued personal projects like Horizon, investing in work that reflected his values and experience. This phase of his life highlighted that reinvention and creative fulfillment are possible at any age, and that success can be measured by purpose, passion, and integrity rather than only recognition or financial reward. Love, marriage, and the cost of ambition. Kevin's personal life mirrored the complexities of his career. His first marriage to Cindy Silva produced 3 children and lasted 16 years, encompassing periods of obscurity, growth, and achievement. While the marriage eventually ended, both Kevin and Cindy maintained respect for one another and prioritized their children, embodying care and maturity in the face of change. Later, his marriage to Christine Baumgartner brought stability and 3 more children, reflecting Kevin's ongoing commitment to family, even amid the demands of an active career. These relationships underscored the balance between love, ambition, and presence, illustrating that personal fulfillment often requires both dedication and adaptation. Fatherhood beyond romance. Fatherhood remained a central and grounding aspect of Kevin's life. He embraced his responsibilities fully, providing support, stability, and guidance for his children, even when his personal relationships shifted. His approach to fatherhood emphasized presence and accountability, reinforcing the values he had internalized since childhood about patience, endurance, and quiet perseverance. Through his role as a parent, Kevin demonstrated that true legacy extends beyond professional achievements to the care and attention given to those we love. Loss, grief, and the weight of time. As he matured, Kevin experienced the natural ebb of life's joys and sorrows. The passing of his parents, the loss of friends and mentors, and the challenges of aging deepened his empathy and enriched his understanding of purpose. These experiences shaped the stories he chose to tell, imbuing his work with emotional depth and authenticity. Kevin's reflections on loss and time reinforced a philosophy of living deliberately, cherishing relationships, and embracing each opportunity to show up fully in both professional and personal spheres. Health, aging, and legacy. At 70, Kevin remains active in work and family life, navigating the physical demands of age with resilience and grace. Dividing his time between his ranch in Aspen and his coastal home in Santa Barbara, he finds joy in simplicity, nature, and family connection. For Kevin, legacy is defined not by awards or wealth, but by endurance, integrity, and the repeated commitment to showing up and giving one's best. His continued presence in film and television, along with his devotion to family, reflects a life guided by purpose, humility, and dedication to what truly matters. A life defined by endurance. Kevin Costner's story is one of persistence, growth, and the courage to keep moving forward despite uncertainty. From a childhood marked by change to the challenges of Hollywood and the demands of family life, he has consistently demonstrated the value of quiet resilience. Success for Kevin has never been about perfection or constant praise, but about dedication, adaptability, and the ability to rise again after setbacks. Today, older, wiser, and still active, he embodies a philosophy that celebrates endurance, integrity, and the quiet courage required to continue shaping a meaningful life, leaving a legacy that inspires through both his work and his example.